Hope your day is going well. Let your love flow freely without fear or regret today. Be careful of the words you speak when you are angry. You could hurt the people who open your heart to healing. Love yourself without constantly judging every move you make in the future. Choose to be the light even when your world seems cold and dark. How is everybody doing tonight? Good to see you. Got things clicking already here. Being yourself, you putting something wonderful in the world that wasn't there before. I think being yourself is probably the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the people you love. Being the most unique soul signature of yourself in the world, shining your light across this somewhat weary world at times, right? It can be intense. Here's one I wrote a long time ago. The world is in need of light. Never forget how blessed you are. Choose to be kind even when the world is unfair. Love is the greatest gift to give to the people you cherish most in this life. Lots going on tonight on the Happs stream. Lots of people broadcasting, so it might take a while to get rolling here. And that's okay. We can ease into it. I like that. I like when we ease into it. Mark, how are you? I'm going to invite you up, Mark. Invite the user. We've got sirens going on in the background tonight. You can feel kind of the crazy today. Just one sec, folks. There we go. I'm back with the big boom. Okay, so let's see. We did that one. Okay. Hello, Yasmin. How are you, buddy? I'm going to invite you up, okay? There we go. And we got Mark, and he's in the studio. Rocking the beat. Live from the studio. There he is. He's like, what the hell's all that there stuff?
I made it. I'm better prepared.
I'm prepared, man.
Better prepared. I'm better. Not prepared. Just a little better.
You're always better, buddy. You're always better. Look at, so you got the background there. Look at that. Yeah. You can change it up, flip it around.
I could play with it. I just haven't, I haven't had the time to really mess around, but sure, I could change it like that,
Yeah. Have you ever met Edward? We just invited Edward up, so Edward's a good guy. Oh, look at that.
No, I don't think I met him. I
usually
say hello to everybody.
You're living in the darkness now, sir, in the background.
Yeah, I changed it. I wanted to see what it would look like in the
It's in the whisper. It's in the whisper, yeah.
We'll switch it.
I think we were driving Donna a little crazy in her broadcast with all the looniness when she came in. I was having fun.
Oh, but yeah, I know she has, she keeps it pretty structured, I guess, that, although she's changing things up. But
well, she let me on.
My camera was on my phone. And I wasn't ready.
I know. God, that was funny. Well, she let me on. She must be open to some crazy. Right.
Oh yeah, no, she really likes you, and I think you're very positive. Like the two of you really put out great energy. It's just it's the vibe is great in the morning. When you jump in or anytime. Sometimes you guys are on at the same time, so it's hard.
It's this way we share the light. We share the light together. It's like you and me right now. Yeah. So what's got you going today? What's going on in your life today? Are you treating yourself well? A lot of crazy in Happsville. I went into 2 broadcasts. People were almost crying. People screaming at each other. So is it a full moon coming or something? It's been.
I don't know. There was always, we're here on Happs or on another app?
No, on Happs. I was shocked. People saying, I'm a professional broadcaster and how dare you? And you always critique me. And it's like, oh, buddy, none of us are professional.
I do some moderating for, like Donna or a couple of DJs and things. And
Yeah.
so I got a message this morning. Somebody said, "Hey, why didn't this person say hello to me anymore?" And I'm thinking, oh man, really? I wonder if my DJ gets these kind of messages too. And I'm like, well, hey, maybe he missed your message, or so and so falls asleep 30 minutes after they come into the DJ broadcast. But this person was upset
Yeah.
because somebody didn't say hello back. And now I have to try to, make them feel okay about it. So,
But that's what you do. That's your job now, I guess, to make people feel good.
well, no, I like to, bring people up, or just have that good energy. I don't always want to, deal with people maybe who are down, but if somebody has a problem, I'm willing to listen and try to
I
have some
get knocked
positive input.
down, but I get up again. You're never
Yeah,
going to keep me down, right? All right.
I
Well,
think there's
Gary
my
was
daughter
by
made
the
a TikTok
Gary is by
video
the
too.
look at that. Gary's by the
My
fire there.
my daughter made a TikTok video with my grandson falling down and jumping back up. I'll have to find it and send you the link.
That's killer. You're nice and loud.
Am I too loud? Because I can move this a little further. Hold on 1 second. I can move this further away.
Yeah, that
Is
might be
that
a little
better?
better. Yeah, you're almost like AC/DC there, man. You know what I mean? It's like Dolly Parton came up first, and then
Everybody always has the
dun
mic so
dun
close to them, and I know I
dun.
have. See, I'm talking quiet and a little slower, but I always have a loud voice. So if the mic's too
Yeah,
close, I think I can actually stash it, a little further out of the way.
I think you
You know,
could probably another
see, because
state.
here's
Yeah,
where I am right now. The room.
yeah, yeah.
So
Look at
I
that.
could
I
put
like
it
it.
up.
I like that. I like that background. That's the real background, isn't it?
Well, the two curtains are because there's no closet doors. There used to be mirrored closet doors,
Yeah.
and I guess whatever they're downstairs somewhere. So I hung up those two things to kind of block the closet.
Why not? Gary, how are you tonight?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
Have you met Mark? Mark's kind of wild. He's
I,
a
I have
wild
not
one.
I have not met Mark, but now that I see his face, I do recall him popping in and wreaking havoc once in a while. So
Well, Mark is never boring. That's
no,
that's what
not
I
at all.
no. That's what I like. Some say he's a pussycat. Look at that in the background.
Yeah, I got to work on some better ones. This is just what came with with the camera.
I like it. I like it. But you can put anything in there that you want. Now, this right here is actually real. Gary actually has a fire going. So, Gary,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
thanks
What
for
I thought
beaming
was.
up with us. So, have you been noticing the crazy energies as well?
Oh,
Out there?
absolutely. It's one of the reasons I'm sitting here by the fire by myself tonight.
Yeah,
It's
you just needed to chillax.
yeah, it's been a little crazy. I stopped over at Eric's broadcast, and even there, he was kind of in a tizzy about some things, so I kind of backed out of that as well.
Oh, is he in a broadcast right now?
I think he's still broadcasting. Yeah, he was about 30 minutes ago, and he was upset about being drained last night, and uh, he's kind of upset about something. And I've had so much negativity going around this weekend. I couldn't. I felt selfish, but I couldn't stick around for it.
I understand. Sometimes you got to know when to pull the plug. You got to know when to leave, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There was a neighbor I had when I was really young, and I'll never forget. And he was saying to his wife, he's like, "Hun, I've got a really important meeting. I've got to go. I have to go now. I don't want to lose my job. I need to go to the meeting." So we went up for breakfast, and there he was sitting down at the table by himself. And I said, "Well, come have breakfast with us." So what's going on? He goes, "You got to know when to go, buddy. You got to know when to go."
Yeah.
He was like, the warden was crazy. I needed to go. He said it was going to escalate very fast. I could tell. So I think, you kind of have to know your limits, right? How's Luke doing? Luke Mac, I think I had him once in all the times that I've known him. He's got this, I think it's called a ham radio. One of those,
really?
yeah, one of those big ham radios. I think it's the same guy from Windsor. I think he lives in Windsor in Canada. So I lived in the Windsor area for a while. I lived in this beautiful place called Amherstburg. But the one thing about Mark that's amazing is he helps so many broadcasters. Like, oh, I was kind of worried about Shiny Hippie. She was not doing well there on the half crying, half dancing.
Oh, with the periscope going down and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Is anybody in the room upset about not having Periscope? I was never a big fan. I was on it, but I found it was like Troll Central. It was crazy there.
Well, you had to pick you had to pick the channels. Like I found Donna from Azul Yoga, so she became, every morning. And
Yeah.
then to keep the trolls out, I started to moderate, obviously, because there were so many trolls, and I was pretty good at knocking them or figuring it out real fast.
Yeah, you were on Me White to Rice one time.
Well, I didn't know, right? We always said
I was doing some spiritual comments, and it was things like, "What are you grateful for?" And then there he was. What are you grateful for?
But you had a profile,
and I was like, what brings you peace? And Mark was like, what the hell brings you peace?
I just didn't, I was just checking you out.
I was like, I'm a kind guy. I'm a kind guy. I'm kind of letting you out of here.
Yeah, but so there were some good things on Periscope. I mean, when I initially found it a couple of years ago around Thanksgiving, it took me like 2 to 3 months before I felt like I upgraded my Periscope by going into certain broadcasts that had some quality to them, whether it was, Donna's, or I don't want to start promoting other people, so I'm not going to run through names, but you know what I'm saying, or music broadcasts, or positive vibes.
You can promote people here.
No,
I'm not going to lose it on you here. As long as you keep your clothes on, we're good.
No. You know what I'm saying? Like I found, let's say, through Donna, who I lost train of thought there, but certain DJs, DJ Everett, The Flash, Holistic Deb, just different people that were, positive, or played music that I liked, or had a good room of people that over the years I've interacted with a lot through social media. So rather than, like, I don't go drinking or haven't been to the bar in a couple of years, I would sit down at my computer and just hang out with these other people who came every night and listen to the same music together, whether it changed the type of, genre or whatever changed, so that became the thing. And then we got COVID. So I was already prepared because I've been doing this for a year.
Edward, every time he comes up. Edward, you got to turn it down, buddy. You got to turn it down, man. It's like
I know. I come in hot.
I'll
Mike.
adjust
I come in
the
hot.
level.
he comes in hot, man. He can't help himself.
I got to adjust the level.
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's Edward. It's Edward.
Oh, I thought
Already
it was me. I just backed away from my mic.
No, it's me. It's me. Sorry.
Okay, hello.
Please accept my apology for the rude interruption.
It's okay. It's all for the flash. The entertainment value, the boom. That you got to bring the boom when you come in the room. His name is Edward.
It's become a signature for Edward. We all know he's here when we start hearing that reverberation coming out.
Yes. I am great. 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 I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. I'm righteous. I'm righteous. I'm righteous. I'm righteous. I'm Edward.
All right, Michael.
All
Hello,
right.
Gary. Hello, Mark.
Hi.
Hello, Edward.
I still say we should call
this evening
Edward and the Soul Children. I think that would be a great show title. We have to do that, man. You and me, just one show. We'll invite guests up for like 5 minutes, and we'll let you interview them. That would be great. How do you feel about that? You want to do that one night? Just you and me, and we'll let you. I would love
whatever
that.
you like, Mike. I do whatever you like, sir.
Oh, you got to be careful there.
Well, I'm just talking about to the one night, Mike. We're not going to be dating that long.
How was your day, sir? A lot of.
Oh, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing today.
Oh, there was
Got
a
a
lot
lot accomplished.
A lot of sad people on Happs today, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to the broadcast, listening to people, and they're coming unglued a little bit. What do you think that is?
Well, core values or core principles are important.
Yeah.
If you don't have a constitution for your own life, things can derail you.
Yeah.
You don't walk according to what you see. You walk according to who you are. And most people walk according to what they see, what's going on around them, what's happening. People are moved by, their feelings. They move by outcomes and situations and circumstances. And that's not how you do life. You respond to everything. Life is 90% attitude, 10% how you respond to it.
I would agree. I would totally agree with that. But
But people
right
don't
now,
have a constitution.
so you or yeah, see, yeah. To me, it's like
I,
you have to have a nice foundation for the house, so the house will blow away.
yep.
And I
But I've
think
been
that's good.
living this way. I've been living this way since I was 16. Principles,
Mm-hmm.
values, morals, and integrity. I have them spelled out and written down of exactly how my life is going to be. And when things don't go the way they should, I don't panic. I just
Yes.
let them pass. Like I tell people all the time, how many of us ever received a package to our house that did not belong in our home? So you know what? You return to sender. It's not your package.
Return to sender.
That's the song.
Address
And
unknown.
unfortunately, Michael, I think that most people are only moved by what happens to them. Like my children, when they were growing up, I always come home and say, I have a problem. And I would always ask them, which supermarket did you purchase it from? Because, they don't just sell problems everywhere. That
Mm-hmm.
means you either created it or you didn't do something you're supposed to do. And most of the time, whenever I have a challenge in my business or with my wife or with my children, I missed something or I had a blind spot that I was unaware of. And the people around me that love me will point out my blind spot and they allow me the privilege of correcting it.
What was that song? There's not a problem that I can't fix because I can do it
Yep.
in the mix. In the mix. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
it.
good song.
And you heard the other song. He said 99 problems, but
Yes.
I don't believe that. I don't
No.
believe that. Like I told you before, why do we even claim that we actually have problems when every day we are born, every day we
Yeah.
wake up innocent. We don't wake up guilty, wake up innocent every day.
Yeah.
Every day is a brand new day. Today's never existed before today. We wake up innocent.
Yeah.
So why would I go around every day thinking I'm guilty of everything and my life's falling apart? I can't go back to yesterday. I hope to be here tomorrow. I have today. It is the present. That's why they call it a gift. And that's what we should present it like every day. It's a beautiful gift. Unwrap your day like a gift every day.
Yeah. I think you have 99 blessings, right?
Say it
That
again, Michael.
you have 99 blessings, not problems.
Yes. Yep.
Blessings.
Well,
You rank
because
you.
there's challenges every day. There's going to happen. That's what
Yes.
Dr. Covey said. There's circle of concern and circle of
Mm-hmm.
influence. The circle of concerns is things I cannot change. I can't change the weather. I can't change the fact that I was born in America. I can't change the fact I was born a male. I can't change the fact that I was born black. I can't change
Yeah.
any of those. Those are circle of concerns.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do have circle of influence. What do
Yeah.
I influence every day? The first thing I got to influence every day is the person I see in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be my biggest challenge every day. Me. Not anybody outside of my home. Me.
Yeah. I think a song that is very fitting for all of us in this room. It's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. That's I think that's the song for us right there.
Nah, Michael. I'm not going to agree with that. That's not a song for me. Michael crazy. Michael,
Right, he says
this is
I'm
what I ask
crazy.
you. This is what I ask you. Gary,
Mhm.
Mark, Michael, I
Yes,
ask
my
you
friend.
guys this question.
Yes.
Yes, Edward.
Are you an original design?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, so since each of you are original designs, 7.8 billion people on the planet, there's never been one of you. How could you ever think of being humble in the way we call the word humble when
Mhm.
you're the only one like you?
Yes.
You're not a copy.
That's
You're an
right.
original.
Yes.
And I
That's
think
a
a
very
lot
good
of
point.
people want to beat themselves up and they want to feel like I don't want people to think that I'm confident. I don't want people to think, no, be confident. There's only one of you. There's never been one of you. your fingerprints, your DNA. There's never been a snowflake the same, never been a raindrop the same, never been a leaf the same, never been a fish the same. There's never been another one of you. 7.8 billion people still alive on the planet. You know what? It's only one of you. Go just be great. Stop letting people stop us from being what we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
We're all gifts to the world.
Yeah. Get up, show up, dress up, right?
Yep.
And do your
It
best.
is not a dress rehearsal, Michael. It's not a dress rehearsal.
No. Do you know why?
This is
it's hard
life.
to be humble. It's hard to be humble.
This is life. And I tell my children all the time, this is life. L-I-F-E. Life is for everyone, but the E stands for enthusiasm or enthusiasm, which is God within. That's entheos. If you have the greatest creator in the world who created us inside of us, what more can we want?
Yes.
Entheos.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're made from stars, buddy. Same elements.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're shining right now. Look at you.
I just
you're
don't
as
know
bright
why
as that
people
fire right now, man. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, look at that.
He's so funny. So Gary, where are you located? And Mark, where are you located?
I'm in Athens, Georgia.
Athens.
That's right.
Nice.
I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Fort Lauderdale. Both places I've been. I like it. I'd have been to Toronto also.
Yes, Fulton Prison. Thank you. Yes, I'm on a day pass.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're right, Michael. And I've been free in there too.
Yeah.
They can bind your body, but they can't bind your spirit.
You know, it's funny you say that because some of the people that went through a really hard time in concentration camps would play symphonies in their head or play beautiful memories that they had in their life. And that's how they stayed sane, because they couldn't stay in that negative energy or that negative pocket. So what they did was they went into different realms of their mind to escape. You know, it's not like they had beer or drugs. They had to find another way to escape.
And they had no end date.
True.
You know what I mean? They didn't have a date like for release. You didn't know what was going to happen.
Absolutely. And you didn't know if you were going to make it the next day. You're right. Yeah. So every day really was a gift. I think that's one of the blessings with COVID is we've lost some of our freedoms, and we've now realized that some of the things we had before are really pretty amazing, right? Some of the basic freedoms, but things are pretty open for you, aren't they, Edward? You're allowed to roam around freely and get food and go to a restaurant. And so, what do you miss most, Edward?
I don't know, because we cooperated just like we've done before. All the stuff was shut down. My wife and I always drove every Sunday. We never stopped driving in our car. We got out, walked around. We did what we had to do. We went to the same supermarket. The restaurants went outside. We ate outside. We still supported all our local restaurants. There's not much. I think the biggest thing is we used to go Tuesday night to our movie night. We always had a Tuesday night movie, and that's what we did. We've done it for a long time, almost 15 years together. And that was, I think, the biggest time. And I missed our vacation. Every year we take 2 major vacations, and 2020 we didn't get to do that. So that was something that was pretty huge for us.
Yeah. Gary, you travel quite a bit with your work. Have you found that different areas have different restrictions?
Yeah, it's actually kind of, I mean, you can go county to county right here in Georgia and find different restrictions. But I mean, this weekend when we traveled to Memphis, Tennessee, they were wide open. There were no restrictions. I mean, other than wearing your face mask. So that was kind of exciting for us. We actually got so excited we bought another vacation package ahead of time. So now we've got to get that one scheduled. But we might actually be up your way, Michael. I think we've both been talking about doing an Alaskan cruise, so we might be swinging around that way.
No way. Well, if you're ever in Toronto, link up with me.
Yeah, but not Alaska.
What? I'm sorry, what's that? My wife was yelling at me.
I was going, his voice changed rapidly, quickly.
My wife's sitting out here. She's sitting out here by the fire with me.
Oh, that's good. It's good. Are you enjoying the fire tonight together?
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
She took a little bit of a lay down nap and then decided she missed her extremely handsome husband and wanted to come out and sit by the fire with him.
Yes. The man that looks like John Locke to me from Lost.
Exactly.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
there's different restrictions in different places. But I think over the past couple of weeks, I've seen quite a few places just open up quite a bit. So it's been nice. But while I've got a second here and I'm talking, want to say, I want to thank Edward with everything he was saying. The one thing that stood out to me, and I think should be the title of your next show, Michael, is "Just Be Great." I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Simple yet profound. Just be great.
Yeah. But Edward's like that every day. He comes out of the blocks running. You
Oh,
know,
he
like
is. I
yeah.
want to
So
be. I want to be in that vehicle with him because I've never seen Edward anywhere other than in his vehicle. But I want to be in that vehicle because the amount of knowledge and spiritual energy that comes out of him is amazing.
yeah, he's a beautiful soul. You really are, Edward. I'm grateful to have you on the Happs community here. We really enjoy your energy. You're fun. I know I poke fun at you all the time, but we can't have two completely spiritual weirdos together on here. People will be running for the hills, or they'll be running to your car. I don't know, one or the other.
Yeah, I would love to have Gary in my car. I think
Aw.
it would be great opportunity to fellowship, and I think fellowship is huge. When iron sharpens iron, it makes life beautiful.
Oh, I would agree. I would so agree with that. I just
So if you ever,
invited the Grizz. Now, the Grizz, I just want to tell
yeah,
you some backstory in case he comes up, Edward. Grizz had a really bad day, like lost it on his broadcast. So if he comes up, if you can, deal some healing his way, because if he comes, I hope he does. I hope he's listening, or he's still on his broadcast ranting. But have you ever had it where you've lost your cool, Edward? Like really lost it? You've had moments?
oh yeah, yep. I've had moments, and my wife tells me, uh, "You're out of sorts. You're out of pocket. What's going on?" And I explained to her that sometimes when you are ruled by your emotions and feelings, it doesn't always come out the way you want it to.
Yeah. How do you defuse yourself? Like, how do you calm down, or do you walk away? Like, what is your strategy? I know what I do, but I would love to know what
Well,
you do when you get upset, and then I'd like to hear from
well,
everybody else.
Well, I think on things that are honest and things that are lovely, things that have good report. I just begin to think on things, there's they always tell us there's two sides to every coin, there's two sides to every story. So what I do is I always flip it to the other side. I don't think that everything is as bad as people think it is. So I always look at the silver lining. So when someone's raising their voice or something's going on, especially in the funeral homes all over the country that I work with, I deal
Hmm.
with a lot of very, very emotional people in crisis moments, and they need a calm person all the time, every day. I'm their first step back to normalcy. I know that. So I've just learned really quickly to diffuse something is to think on things that are lovely and honest of good report. So I use the word form,
Hmm.
FORM. It's an acronym. I talk about their family.
Yeah.
I ask them about their loved one, what occupation they were in, asking what did they do for recreation, like what Gary talked about, cruising. People always tell me about what they've done together, and then I talk about what's your loved one's biggest motivation. And when they start talking about it, the room lights up, and everything that they were disappointed in just changes immediately.
I put a little meme here, and if everybody can just tell me how this makes them feel, even in the comments. Sometimes the smallest steps in the right direction ends up being the biggest steps of your life. And this
Yep.
is kind of the reason I put it up. Is this is what Edward's talking about. Small changes equate to large bonuses. Even something that's 5% different from your normal path of each day. If you start, let's say, exercise or eat better or
Right,
think before you speak.
stop drinking at lunch or going to the bar. I did that a few years ago. I stopped drinking and going out for lunch. So that little change really made a lot because it's been years now. I don't drink anymore, but yeah, it's
Good
because
for
I'm on
you.
medication. But it's not like I'd like to have a
No,
drink. I
well,
just haven't.
that's good.
Yeah.
You made a choice for life.
Yeah, I was, there was some just like doing push-ups. Like I don't really. Some days I don't like to do it, but I can usually drop and do 40 or 50 push-ups. So I have to do that every day. And some days I don't want to. But if I don't push myself to do it, and I do it just for me, I'd like to get to 100, but it takes a while to. It takes a little more work than I've been putting in to do that.
But at least you're doing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I put it on Instagram too because somebody called me out one time, so it's on my Instagram.
Well, Edward walks, and sometimes he does a broadcast, and sometimes I talk to
Yep.
him, and it looks like
Yep.
it's hot.
It is.
So I
But
bet
it's
you
cool
Edward,
when-
I bet you Edward's sweating in all the wrong spots, but he keeps going and he's being spiritual and
10,000 steps every day, Monday through Friday.
That's what I
Minimum.
wanted to do. I wanted to get to 10,000. I had looked. I was hitting 8,000 a couple times, but my steps were so low, 2,000, 3,000. I said, "Oh boy, I better start walking more." But also at
Yeah.
this time, because it's almost 9:30 and I'm getting blown up on my phone, and I'm going to drop down. Thank you, Michael, for letting me come up. Michael, you're one of the reasons that I come on Happs a lot because there's some really good broadcasters. You're one of them, of course. Zil Yogi too, but there are others. So that's what I like the most about Happs. Some people aren't happy always with the interface or the way it looks. But just communicating with you, I'm looking at our pictures here, and once we're in this broadcast, the interface is working fine. So you're what makes Happs great. So thank you.
I love that, Mark. People don't like the interface on something that's different than where they came from. It's different. It's not where you came from.
Well, it's really called a GUI, a graphical user interface. So a GUI. So the GUI is different.
But it's just interesting. Everybody say they don't like the interface on Happs, but it's not where you came from. It is Happs. It's a different platform. Don't try to judge yourself on a place that you've already been. You're in a new space. Enjoy the place you are. Don't try to make it where you were.
And I like learning about it. That's why I've jumped in a few times to do broadcasts and play. And this has really become, it's fun. You know what I mean? Where, some others are just straight up and they're not like, this is fun learning a new app and interacting with everybody like this. But again, my phones are going off. So I'm going to drop down to the comments for a little bit. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, buddy. Yeah. It's
the
all
beauty,
the women.
Michael, the beauty of change. Just remember that. There is a beauty of change.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree.
Everybody wants to complain about it, but there's a beauty of change. It's okay.
I'm going to just read this here for us quickly, and then we'll chew on this. Never stop moving in the direction of your wildest dreams. Let your mind be free of all forms of worry and regret. Choose to believe in the power of positive thinking. Let your life be a reflection of the love awakening within you. And I'll just put this back up here so we can see all the beautiful people. And
nice.
I'm going to quickly read this one too. Let your love flow freely. Yeah, hello. Oh, it's Michael's here, Mr. Grits.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. I want him up. Here, I invited you up, sir. You look like you're having a rough day. I'm so sorry. I'm going to just read this here quickly, though. Let your love flow freely without fear or regret today. Be careful of the words you speak. When you are angry, you could hurt the people who open your heart to healing. Love yourself without constantly judging every move you make in the future. Choose to be the light even when your world seems cold and dark. And I try to read that one almost every time we broadcast because I think a lot of people really do judge themselves too much. And here we go. We're back. I know that you've done the work, sir, over the years. I can tell. You're a student of learning. Right? And when you're a spiritual person with a spiritual practice, the learning never stops.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
good. He's here. The Grits is here. Grits says no location. He's trying to get on. Well, if he gets on, he gets on. I would love to talk to him, but you could tell he was having a rough day. Oh no, it's just not happening. Yeah. Sometimes if they come from a phone, it's difficult. Yeah, you're today pretty good, man. Like your reception's not bad at all. You got that
It's
angelic
the
glow
locate.
with
It's the location. It's the
yeah,
location. If I'm at my mortuary and I'm outside, I
yeah.
get on their Wi-Fi, and it comes
It's
through pretty clear.
yeah, it is good today. I like that. Well, I'll have to keep it. Well, we tried, Michael. I'm so sorry that your day was rough today, but you know what? You should never let the opinions of one person or a couple people steal your joy from you. Can you elaborate on that, Edward?
Of course, that's pretty simple. Well, first of all, I always like people to say, your whole
Mm-hmm.
day is not bad. That's just a misnomer. Uh, I don't know how many hours you get to sleep, but whatever hours they are, it should have been sweet. Whatever amount, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, that was sweet. That was not bad. If you drove to and fro to wherever you went to, whether it was to your job or to the supermarket, and you made it back, that was good. If you got to say hello to your spouse or your children, that was good. The events that we think in our life that cause our day to be all ruined is not true. It's just a moment. Don't let a moment to destroy your peace of every day. You have a
Yes.
lot more of your day. I call it, don't blame yourself for what others try to put on you, because no one can label you. If you take the word blame and take off the B, it's lame. Don't be lame. Just don't blame.
Yeah, and I think sometimes the people who trigger us most in this world are people that have traits that are similar to us that we don't like within ourselves, things that we're currently working on. So if someone is triggering you, it's probably on some level things that you're currently working on yourself. Hey, Gary, do you have any words of wisdom for Mr. Grits from Philadelphia? If he's still in the room, I hope you're still here, buddy. He tried to get up, but we all have those days. Yeah,
Yeah,
I call them, yeah, the poo potty.
no, we definitely all have those days. I had those days this weekend. So like I definitely understand where he's coming from, and I hope he can just realize, something that Edward said, and I hope he goes back on the replay and listens to what Edward had said, about us being unique, and there's no copy of us, and you know, allowing people to control how we feel, and that's how I feel about that. If you allow other people to upset you, you allow other people to force you to come from a negative energy, you're allowing them to control you, and that's like what Edward has said. You just got to be great. Just be great. I mean, and Grizzy is an amazing individual. And to allow other people to,
Hey, there he is. I see.
hey, there's Mike.
He made it.
Hey guys.
You
Grizzy, how's
didn't
it
you
going,
didn't
bud?
make it the first. I'm sorry, man. You look like you were coming a little unhinged the few seconds I was in there. So I thought I'm going to invite you. And it was Space Gal that sent you, wasn't it? Or was it somebody else as well?
Yeah, I don't want to make this into a big circus out here, but the problem is that some people don't know when to not cross the line, and
Yeah.
I have the background of a reporter. I've done that job for a living before,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what kind of upset me was the fact that she only wants to look at it from her perspective of a person
Yeah.
who's never ever in her life been a reporter in an actual FCC licensed operation where
Right.
I have. And that's what got me upset is I'm trying to cover a major story like this, and I was proud that my numbers were approaching 500 at that point. So, I've been working long hours competing with people to try to become a winner of a contest. And that's what Hap set that up is they made that a competition
Yeah.
against, like that was the only level I can compete on because when I tried to get people to come to other shows, they, they're not interested in the subject matter of what I'm producing. So I felt like this was my one shot to go out there and compete. And, I kind of find it that certain people have an advantage where they're just blowing this contest out of the water. And, I don't want to make enemies out of this deal,
Yeah.
but
But
there's,
Grizz, here's the thing. No matter what contest there is, you're perfect just the way you are. And numbers don't dictate your value. This is just some goofy platform that we're all on sharing, our experiences. And to me, it was more important to have you on just because I care about you. I don't care about your numbers. Sorry. I like you, and I didn't like seeing you suffer. So it bothered me. And
I appreciate you doing that.
I'm so glad you came up, and I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad you're part of this experience. So, I don't always like all the subjects that you do, but I know you don't like all the subjects I do. But it doesn't mean
Exactly right. That's fair. That's for you know what? We can make a gentleman's agreement that not everything that you broadcast and not everything that I broadcast will fit each one of us is mold. So I understand that.
Yeah. Zen Butterfly, you were talking about mirroring. Were you talking about when people make us upset? We sometimes will see ourselves within what they're doing. Sometimes is that what that meant? I'm not sure. Oh, look who's here! Ted Hicks. Ted's a good guy. I'm going to invite him up here. I think I hear my dog.
Michael, the thing is, I think I got myself too deep into the whole trying to be like, one of this app's number one acts, as they call it. And, the more and more I go further with that approach, I find that maybe that's not the path that I should be taking and, back down from that.
Yeah. Edward.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to leave you at the control here for a second. If you can talk to him, my dog is crying in the background here. I'll be right back. So I'm leaving you in charge. You can be the peace warrior, which you're good at.
Okay, well, it's not. Okay, thank you, Michael. So, Michael, Grizz, I used to live in King of Prussia.
I think I did speak to you before about that. I believe you brought that up before, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I went to college at the University of Valley Forge in Phoenixville.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the university. It's a very small one then, right?
Yes, it's a private Christian university.
Okay.
That I went to. But it's growing bigger and bigger now because they have other subject matters that they carry. So the university keeps growing and getting better and better. So keeps doing.
Well, that's good to hear. It's good that they're growing the programs there.
Well, yeah, it's a lot different because the programs now deal with life and issues that people have to deal with on a regular basis. A lot of people who are missionaries and clergy, public relation people, human behavior, they all go there now, and it's really good, and it's a huge thing. So now, are you born and raised in? Hello, Ted. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good, Edwin. How you doing? And Grizz, how you doing too?
How you doing, Ted?
Pretty good. I don't want to invite myself up. I'll wait for Michael.
Well, he's back.
You could wait a lifetime, man. You could wait a lifetime for that guy.
I don't want to be rude, and just invite myself up there like, oh, because you know how people are. Yeah. How you guys doing tonight?
Some of us are doing okay, and some of us are not doing okay. We've all had days like that, right?
Well, you know what, Michael, I like to call it a bad hour. It was just a bad hour. The day's not over, and there's still a chance to make something of this day. This day is not over.
Yay! I love that. That's a good way to look at it, right?
Yeah. You don't have a bad day. You have a bad hour. That's what happens to most people.
That's what I was saying. There you go, Grizz.
Yep.
There you go.
I come from a very strong spiritual background, and the one thing, real quick to touch on it, how about that poor officer that lost his life being a hero today? That's sad.
Right.
Ted, you may have to turn yours down a bit. You may have to turn. I can hear just slightly turn yours down a bit. I think it's you. I'm not sure.
Turn down my volume.
Yeah, no, just your volume out of your speakers or whatever you're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me if that's better. Is that better?
And you're like me. We have the blazing loud microphones because we're big personalities.
Yes. And I try not to have it too close to me. I put it off to the side because my voice carries.
You got the boom in the room. Now, Michael, I noticed you've upgraded some of your stuff. I noticed you got new headphones, and look like you got a microphone now. And
yeah, I actually have it right over here. It's not hooked up right now, but there it is, the new microphone that I've been using on laptop shows.
I can't even see him. Why can't I see him in the broadcast?
He might be off to the side. He might be in a different realm.
It's dark. His is dark.
No, that's Gary's. Gary's is a fireplace. That's Gary. Yeah. Are you talking about Gary? Gary Price is just in the background. Gary was having a kind of
No. I'm talking about Michael.
Oh, is it Michael Bathurst? Well, that guy is in the Palladians right now. Star System. So, yeah, and now and then you can see him. But I'm just trying to save the bandwidth. When you have this much beauty in the room, you don't need me in there. You know, that's the way I look at it. Once we had the you guys aren't buying any of my poop.
No, we're not at all. We see Michael's handsome face.
Yeah. So
hey, there was something gentlemen, there was something I put into the chat, and it's something really, really old and cliche. You really can't sweat the small stuff, Grizz. You can't let people get to you.
I know. Well, you know what it was? Like, this has been building, the whole thing has been building with, somebody's been mentioning things to me that kind of, like I took personal, and I didn't let this person know, and that's my fault. I should have, like, pulled that person aside and said, hey, do you mind stop saying things negative to me in front of other people? Because I didn't like it.
Okay. But still, I mean, I would just ignore. I mean, I like your show. I like some of your subject matter. I love talking about wrestling.
Yeah, well, it's funny you bring up wrestling because there's a whole bunch going on, and we're going to be doing a whole weekly wrestling show real soon because there's a lot of federations now. NWA just came back yesterday.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah, so just be patient and advertise and go ahead, Edward. Yeah, I knew you're.
No, I was going to tell Grizz, just do what you do. The funny thing, I have never really broadcasted. I think I probably did 3 broadcasts on Happs altogether. I'm not really concerned about broadcasting itself, but I will start, eventually. But I'm not concerned about the number. But I do want to read something to you guys. So, and I think this is very important. It just goes back to what Gary was talking about. This is why I say go and be great. It takes 1 sperm to fertilize a woman's egg. Keep in mind, though, for each sperm that reaches the egg, there are millions that don't. So listen, on average, each time a man ejaculates, they're released nearly 100 million sperms, but only 1 reaches the egg. Now, I want you to listen to this part, which is very unique. Now, listen, at birth, there are approximately 1 million eggs. And by the time of puberty, only about 300,000 remain. Of only 300 to 400 will ovulate during a woman's reproductive lifetime. Fertility drops as a woman ages due to decreasing number of quality of eggs remaining. When I say that you are 1 in a million, you are 1 in 100 million. And out of 300 to 400 eggs only, this is what we need to realize, how fearfully and wonderfully made you are. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys. If you really want to think about race, think about this one. Your sperm got to the egg. You already won the race.
Edward, you know what someone said? Well, this is an interesting time to join the conversation. And it was a female. It's a friend of mine. It's a friend of mine who I know in real life. Hi, Kelly.
Yes, I understand. But this is what I want us to do. We get so caught up about being a copy and people trying to place us and label us and put us in a group when you are an original design. There's never been anyone like you. Never. My mom and dad I'm the 15th of 17 children. Okay.
Wow.
So I know that my mom and dad at least got emotional 17 times. But I know they got emotional more than that because they didn't hit the bullseye all 17 times. I'm just sharing with you the reality of just being here and being present on planet Earth. Be grateful every day for what you have.
Ted, can you add to that at all without bringing up sperm?
I cannot. Edwin, I mean, we're just gonna drop the mic right there
Yeah, boom.
because it's just
It's factual.
listen.
It's just
If
facts,
anything,
man.
if anything we learned today, life is too short.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the people that you love. Enjoy the people that you converse with. And because tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah. I love that we have so many different personality traits, like, and styles and views, and yet we all get along. We all are respectful of each other in this room. And, Grizz, keep doing what you're doing. I love what you do. And you know what? Don't worry about numbers. Numbers will come. They will definitely come. Like,
I appreciate that.
And Grizz, you live in the city. You live in the city of brotherly love. We're going to share it with you tonight, some brotherly love. There are people in here that care about you for you, not about what you're broadcasting, not about the numbers, just who you are.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you're here and you're present. That's all that matters, bro.
I love what Brother John said. Life is a trip. Don't carry excess baggage. Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. Amen. Thank you, Brother John.
That's it.
Enjoy the ride.
That's it.
Colin's in the house as well.
If there's ever any questions, Grizz, about I know this is not your main concern, but if there's anything in regards to numbers, if you need any of us to turn on our social media channels and jump in with your channel,
we'll come in.
Say so.
Yeah.
I'll come. I help you. Whatever we need.
We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll body slam your show. The only problem is if you let me in it, I take it over. That's the problem. And if you and if you let Randy in, oh my God, it's just a shit show. If you got me in, it's not good.
There was a show you did a few weeks ago. There was a pay-per-view that was happening, and I was just chatting along with you. I didn't even want to go on camera because I loved what you were doing, what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? Let's just roll with it.
Yeah.
So can I give you the 3 SWs, Grizz?
I'm sorry.
Can I give you the 3 SWs?
I know what he's doing. Go for it.
Sure, go for it. Go ahead.
SW, SW, SW. Some will, some won't. So what? Next.
Okay.
Amen.
Absolutely. So listen, we're coming up to an hour. So what do I do, Ted, when I come near the end of the hour?
We talk about what we're grateful for.
That's right.
And you think sometimes, Michael, you always quiz me on this type of stuff. I watch this show. I enjoy the show. It helps me with when I would commute to the city. I would watch a show in the morning, and I'm like, you know what, this is cool because it's uplifting. It's not like someone, it's not like a bunch of backbiters or people trying to, chop you down or be disrespectful. It's and then your nighttime shows, and me, the minute you get that business show going again, I know there's some politics behind it, but that's what I really want in on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll bring it up another notch. Yeah, I'll have my job for about 5 minutes. It'll be great.
So crazy.
But hey, I just want to let everyone know that I don't hop on as much as I can because a lot of times during the day I'm at work, and I do want to jump on. I might make a comment or two, but I actually don't have the ability. Well, I mean, I can jump on, but it's kind of like you're on the clock somewhere else. But I'm grateful for the opportunity tonight to sit and talk with you gentlemen. Hopefully, one or maybe most of us were uplifted in this. This experience of sold people on Happs Part 3. Obviously, Part 1 and 2 might not have went well, but the four of us were able to get together and build on this, and hopefully we do it again.
I hope so too. Yeah, but and you know what I love about Happs more than anything? You never know who is going to be on the broadcast. Never.
Right.
You never know. You can, and if you try to organize it, forget it. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, but Grizz, if you need numbers, I'll come up. I'll help you. Just you know what I'm like. So if I get crazy, just go, Michael. You need to go, and I'll go. Thank you. We wish you well.
Well, I appreciate you doing this tonight, inviting me over here, and I'm gonna sign off now. But thank you everybody for everything you guys have done. You've been very supportive. You guys, especially here, on the camera with me here. You guys have definitely all been supportive guys, and I appreciate you guys more than anything. So I'm grateful for your support tonight. Thank you.
Today gave you clarity. That's what it gave you.
Yes, exactly.
And you know what's so funny? I have an image here that won't go away. And do you see what it's saying? By being yourself. That one's locked in there. That will not leave. So I think that's for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Be yourself, man.
Good night, all right? And remember to just keep the family of the fallen officer out in Colorado in your prayers, thoughts, and everything, because it's a sad day for all those folks out there in Colorado.
Please promote your channel before you go, sir.
The channel is the Grizz Network. We are growing. We are growing in the weeks and months ahead. I do have a young lady that's going to be joining us in the coming weeks. So we're going to have new shows and exciting things. I cover breaking news. I am a variety channel, a variety network, actually, the Grizz Network. So thanks again, guys. Have a good night.
Take care.
Thank you, Grizz.
There he goes. All right. We did well.
Yeah,
that was my goal. That was my goal, Edward. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being there with him.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, we gave him a big bear hug. Now, someone did call this the gentleman's club. So I don't know what to. I don't know how to take that, but that's.
I don't know how to take that.
Well, you can take it good, Michael, because you know what? We are gentlemen. That's the difference,
right?
I'm never going to be upset that someone calls me a gentleman. I'm good.
No. That, and I'm never going to be upset about numbers or whether two people watched a stream or, there's so much more things that are so much more serious in the world. So we just got to uplift them.
Read the last comment there if you can see it. Can you see it from your?
Yeah,
Webster. Yeah.
You guys did great. Grizz is a good guy and deserves good friends.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
I
so I'm
spoke to him before, Michael.
Yeah, I'm going to close this down. You may see me later. I just don't like the shows being more than an hour.
You got it.
Okay, so I might be back up.
No problem.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Take
Peace.
care. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Love. So, brothers. There.